and cognitive something, damn it. But your inhibition control is located in your executive function. So when you, it stops you from doing and saying things that you're going to regret later. So you're actually staying in your frontal lobe by doing that. Kevin, myself, I have to practice doing more morning gratitude on a daily basis. Yes, you do. And remember, gratitude is not being grateful that you have something that somebody else doesn't have. Gratitude is being grateful for you, what you have when someone has more than you. So if you bought you a new, and I use the Chrysler 300 because I'm from Michigan. So if you got the new Chrysler 300, I know they probably don't make it anymore. And then the Phantom, the Rolls Royce Phantom pulls up next to you, then, and the person is standing at the bus stop, you don't get to say, well, at least I ain't on the bus. No, you get to say, I'm grateful for my Chrysler 300, and I don't care that they have a Rolls Royce Phantom. So gratitude is about having what you have and not being envious. It's the opposite of envy. So when you put this list together, don't do, well, I know, see, we got food in the refrigerator, motherfuckers is hungry. So even though my wife can't cook, the shit was nasty, I'm gonna be grateful for it. No, you have to say, I have a spouse that cooked and we have food. And you can't be jealous of the person who has a spouse that cooked and their food is actually good. That's not gratitude, okay? You have to say, I'm grateful for mine, not because of lack somewhere else, but because of actual abundance somewhere else. All right, and Graham said, yes, I learned to control my reactions because I can't control the situation. And it's actually responding versus reacting. So if you find yourself reacting, you are in your amygdala in a hijacked state. But if you are responding, you are actually in your frontal lobe accessing your inhibition control. All right. And then Nola, did you have your other? I learned anxiety could be a reason people don't smile and laugh often. Yes, that is correct. So what I like to say as I close today is that there is always a reason for something. When you had that Cardi B video, what was the reason? What was the reason? When she was on Love and Hip Hop, there actually is always a reason. There's always a reason that something is taking place from a behavioral perspective because everybody has a brain. And if you just continuously think about what part of the brain the person was using to demonstrate that behavior or that response or reaction, it allows you to seek first to understand, then be understood, and you can have a better existence day to day. Doesn't mean that you won't still feel the feelings that you feel, anger, happy, sad, and all of that. But when you can understand it, you can be more strategic about what is actually taking place. But if you participate completely and fully and you just go, yeah, I know you're depressed, I'm depressed too, shit, what we gonna do? Fuck it, let's just drink. No, we understand that, okay, you're depressed, but let's come over here and give you some serotonin and some dopamine. And once you get your smiling and laughing often neural pathway, you're going to prune the depression neural pathway. You're going to prune that. So you can't have both at the same time coexisting. So you're going to, when you say you're depressed, okay, cool, I need to do something that's going to make me laugh, that's going to make me have a natural serotonin and dopamine boost. And before long, you will have way less depression spurts and way more happy joy neural pathway to smiling and laughing often. You just keep using that neural pathway. And what happens naturally in the brain, use it or lose it. So if you don't use that neural pathway, you lose that neural pathway. Now you have to be strategic about it. And you have to say, hey, I'm not going to keep using this neural pathway to gossip about people. Whatever it is, I'm going to speak highly of people. The more you speak highly of people, the less you're going to be gossiping about those people. So this is a good principle of real leadership to have, because when I tell people about the principles of real leadership, it sounds like I'm at a church and I'm telling you all the sins and stuff you can't commit no more. So it's like, I don't want to do that because I still like to party. Okay, well, have fun. You can't relax, have fun, take naps, smile, and laugh often are 4 of the 74 principles of real leadership. And that encompasses a great amount of things that you can actually do, because you do want to have this total fulfilled life. The unaccountables live in extremes. And so they're either negative as hell or they're tying one on, and there is no balance. When you use the 74 principles of real leadership day in and day out to create your own personalized neuropability, you actually have a more fulfilled, a more well-rounded, and a more balanced existence day in and day out, and it's independent of external stimulus. So you are the person that's being responsible for it. It's happening internally, and some people will just experience it externally, but you're letting it happen on the inside first, and then you're giving it to the